you have been working and working, your salary increases slowly every few months or years, maybe you get 1 or 2 bonuses. Your responsibility keeps going up, you seem to be earning more, but you're also working harder than ever. And in fact, we've been listening to this since childhood, right? कि तुम 10th पास कर लो सब ठीक हो जाएगा, 12th के बाद तुम्हारा लाइफ सेट है, पहला नौकरी मिलने दो, everything is sorted in your life. Why does it feel that we have been running on the same treadmill for many years and we still are in the same place? It feels like we are all stuck in a cycle, and that is because the race that we have been told to run is kind of rigged. This is the career trap, and today we are breaking down the neuroscience of why we get into this career trap and how can we get out of it. In your brain is a chemical called dopamine. Now, dopamine is the happiness molecule, or so we thought. We thought that every time dopamine goes up, you feel happy, and so dopamine must be responsible for all the joy and pleasure in your life. But actually, dopamine is not the happiness molecule. Quite the opposite. Dopamine is the motivation molecule. Dopamine goes up every time you anticipate that something good is going to happen to you. So if I were to give you a chocolate, just before you take that chocolate and you open it, dopamine has spiked. After you've opened it and bitten into it, dopamine is already falling down. Which is why every time you've achieved something, after that achievement, there is an inherent dissatisfaction that comes back into your life. Which is why you have to chase another achievement to feel good again. This is the concept of hedonic treadmill, which means that you are running on a chemical cycle in your brain that is designed to keep on working hard for the next variable reward that you will get. You don't know when you will get it, you may not even know what that reward is, but you will still keep working towards it. Other neurochemicals in your brain that work a little differently. For example, serotonin does not work on variable rewards. Serotonin works on long-term results. It works on discipline, creating systems, and long-term value that you get out of things. There is another chemical called oxytocin, which is responsible for the bond that you experience with somebody when you fall in love. And the beautiful thing is that these other chemicals are also associated with a sense of satisfaction and pleasure. What is a career that is based on serotonin and oxytocin? Well, let's try to reverse engineer neuroscience and come up with a career strategy for you. Step 1 is to be aware of the problem. Are you currently working in a system that is designed to keep you working for variable rewards? If so, acknowledge it, understand that this is happening. Because when you get frustrated, you should know why. Ask yourself if the only reason that you're working is that you're chasing that next salary slip, or maybe you're chasing the validation of some compliment from a senior. If you have done this, if you have reduced your entire career to that one variable reward, then yes, my friend, you are in a career trap. But good job in recognizing it. Step 1 is done. Step 2 is changing your final goal. If you are working for that one final validation, can you change your final goal to simply getting better at your work? You enter into what is popularly called as flow state, where you are doing something because you're enjoying what you are doing. You're enjoying the process itself, which then brings me to step 3 of getting out of the career trap, which is how do you define success? Now, most people in a corporate world will be taught to define success on corporate terms. What is the salary you get? What is the current position in your job? And what was the last bonus that you received? Now, there may be some secondary markers of success, which is what kind of house do you live in and what kind of car do you drive, all of which somewhere reflects your corporate success. Success has more dimensions than that. What about the success of having a healthy body? What about the success of having a happy, supportive family? These are parts of our life that a professional world does not acknowledge, but are of extreme importance to us personally. Step 4 is to understand the importance of competition. You see, competition has an evolutionary advantage. Animals used to compete with each other because resources were limited, but winning and losing in a competition is a dopamine kick. Winning a competition is your core motivation, then you will remain stuck in that career trap. So what are the steps to get out of this dopamine career trap? There are 2 things that you should be doing. Number 1, is to shift to a serotonin system, which is finding something you truly care about. In other words, finding your passion. Finding something that you are passionate about, something that reflects your identity, helps you shift away from waiting for that final reward to give you pleasure. And the other part of getting out of the dopamine trap is to improve how serotonin regulates dopamine. You see, the better your serotonin system works, the easier it is for you to control those dopamine urges. So the way to improve this is, number one, getting good sleep. Yes, you heard that right. Just getting good sleep improves the serotonin system in your brain that reduces dopamine urges. The second thing to do is to get morning sunlight, and the third is by having regular movement in your life, just having enough exercise. These are biohacking techniques that allows you to control your mood by doing things with your body. Practically speaking, I know that it is a constant effort to be mindful of these things because our world is designed to just keep us hooked to something. Hopefully the steps that I've described here give you that boost that you need to make the changes and get out of a career trap that you are in. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, and I wish you all the best. Bye everyone, take care.